to Technically Speaking, coming to you from Capital Area Technical Center here in Augusta, Maine, where we serve high school students from 8 sending high schools. And today I'm joined by Isaac Hayden.
Hello.
Hi, welcome. Thanks so much. I have to say this about Isaac. Isaac is joining me as the Professional of the Month for November, and you were just in this seat 8 months ago.
Yep.
As
The same place last year.
Professional of the Month in March. So this is a first for this little podcast, someone being on twice.
Repeat.
I know, but that is awesome. Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
For that. So remind us all what year of high school you're in, where you go to school.
So I'm a senior now, and I go to Erskine Academy.
And your program is?
I'm in the electrical program.
The electrical program. Again, so this is your second year.
Yes, my second year in electrical.
That's awesome. What's it like in the electrical program?
Well, I think the atmosphere in there is awesome. It's like a big group of friends just working with each other, and we get to kind of mess around a little bit sometimes, but we always stay on task and get our work done. But it's a fun atmosphere to be in. Mr. Parent's an awesome teacher.
Yeah, Mr. Parent's great,
Yeah.
huh? You learn a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and I went back and listened to our interview from last year,
Mm-hmm.
and you mentioned a lot of book work that you got to be willing to put in the time, which you did last year. Has that paid off this year?
I think it has, especially with the code book, because just navigating through the code book is a lot of what an electrician is. I mean, to get your license, any of your license, journeyman or masters, there's zero hands-on work that you do. It's all in the code. So you want to get as much knowledge as you can, and yeah, it helps me a lot doing the book work, preparing for the test.
Excellent. So now that it's your second year in there, what do you think has been your greatest accomplishment?
I think just getting the knowledge to go out and do some work on my own. I've helped stuff in my house, putting lights in and switches and fixing some other stuff that we had, and some of my relatives have some small stuff that they've had me do. And just gaining the knowledge to do that is awesome, because then you get experience everywhere instead of just in the classroom.
I bet your family loves having it.
Yes. Yes. Especially
And
the price of electricians right now.
What do you know what the price of an electrician is?
I've heard anywhere from $120 to an hour down to $60, $70 an hour. Depends if it's a small, big company, what they do, how long they've been doing it, whatnot. But definitely pricey.
If you can even find someone, right?
Yeah. A lot of them are tied up with so much work right now that it's weeks out before you'll be able to get anything done.
Unbelievable. So last year you worked at, when we talked, you were working.
I was working for, I think I was still working for GA Doty Construction.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of still doing that. I mostly work for them in the summer. It's a really good summer job. I love working with them. It gets me knowledge in the actual construction of houses, which helps with the electrical side, knowing how houses are built to set stuff up. So that's really fun. And I also have some odd jobs here and there that I do for people. And
Okay.
I do some wood milling for a guy in Palermo, and odd job electrical work that people have me do at their house.
Well, you sound very busy with
Yeah.
in demand already.
Yeah, I like working. It keeps me out of trouble.
Definitely. I see. That's why we all work, for sure. So what else do you do when you're not in school? You work a lot.
Yeah, I work a lot. I like playing sports. I like baseball. It's really the main sport that I play. But I like riding my snowmobile, and definitely being an electrician is able to pay for a snowmobile.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be getting some snow soon, probably.
Yeah, we got a little bit now, but I wouldn't really take it out in this much. I'm hoping this is a good winter, because last winter was not good at all. And we got out like 3 times. So I hope we get a lot of snow this year.
So tell us what you're going to graduate this year. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And what are your plans after you graduate?
Well, right now I think I'm leaning more towards commercial type electrical. I know a company is supposed to come in and speak with us sometime soon from Reed and Reed.
Oh, yeah.
And they do big bridge building, big buildings, stuff like that. And I kind of getting more interested in that, but we still have to go through motor control stuff in there, so I might like that when I do it. And still the residential stuff I love doing, so I haven't really pinned it down yet, but I definitely have a couple options that I think I'm more leaning towards.
I love that you're keeping your options open though.
Yeah.
You know, as you learn more and see what's out there and available.
Yep.
That's really awesome. I wanted to take a minute to read what Mr. Parent had to say about you.
Sweet.
He said, I asked him to, nominate someone for Student of the Month, and he responded back, easy choice this time, Isaac Hayden. He is an outstanding student academically and a leader in the classroom. He is my go-to person for challenging projects or group work that requires leadership. He has earned the respect of his peers, and his classmates often look to him as the standard to reach for. Isaac strives for continuous improvement and challenging himself. So, very nice quote from Mr. Parent, and he's had a chance to get to know you over the past 2 years quite well, and he has some high words for you.
Yeah, Mr. Parent is probably one of the best teachers I've ever had, both in regular school and anywhere else. He helps us a lot, obviously, with electrical stuff, but just going through the process of getting hired and just life in general and what this profession has to do with it, and just really good advice overall. He's a great teacher.
Definitely, and I think when you're talking about exploring your options, I think he allows you to explore your options. You had a lineman in from Central Maine Power today.
Yep. So just about every profession there is, or sub-professions with electrical, he goes over and we'll have some people come in and speak about it and stuff like that. So definitely get to see and hear everything that there is to do.
That's awesome, because I think a lot of times people think about our programs you're taking electrical, you're going to be an electrician, but there's so many aspects to being an electrician that we just are the very foundation. Mm-hmm. And students can leave here and, like you, kind of explore their areas that they're interested in pursuing. That's why I love it here.
Yeah, it's awesome here. I'd much rather be here than anywhere else.
Me too. That's why I stick around too. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for taking a few minutes of your time to join me and being the first person to be on 2 episodes of our podcast. Yay. And please stay tuned and you'll meet our second Professional of the Month for November. I'm joined by another Professional of the Month for the month of November 2021. This is Annmarie Perry. Welcome. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Tell us what school you go to, what grade you're in, and program here.
So I go to Coney High School. I'm a senior, and I'm in the law enforcement program.
And this is your second year in the law enforcement program, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you know quite a bit about it. You'll be able to tell us all about it. What's a typical day like? And not a typical day, but tell it, because I know you do a variety of things. So want to talk about a typical week, what you experience in the law enforcement program?
So throughout the week, we have different instructors come in. One day we have the MARC instructors, and we just do handcuffing, grappling, takedowns. Then one day we have the National Guard come in, and we just do PT outside. And then one of the days of the week we do a PT session with just Mr. Kucher, and the rest is just in class. As a second-year student, if we're doing something in class that I did last year, me and Desi, the other second-year student, we get to go on ride-alongs with the Augusta PD.
Oh, awesome. So you put a lot of information in what you talked about. So the mechanics of arrest, restraint, and control that you're doing, you're learning how to defend yourself, how to handcuff, and wow, that's incredible. And that's once a week, you say?
Yes, sometimes twice.
Sometimes twice a week. And that's taught by police officers in the area come in?
Yes, Detective Daly and Sergeant Winton.
Oh, that's awesome. Resources Augusta Police Department helps out with. And then you talked about PT, that's your physical training.
Yes.
And I got a kick out of it, excuse me, because you said it's just PT. I'm like, I've seen you guys work out. That's pretty intense workouts for sure. And then the ride-alongs, what's that been like, going out in the cruisers with officers?
So we just basically patrol around the town and just go on patrol with the officers. We stop vehicles, respond to calls. They can't be anything too high risk, but it's really fun.
Oh yeah, I bet you learn a lot actually, like going out and seeing in action what you're learning in the classroom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is too cool. That is awesome. And you're going to do that throughout this year as a second year student?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, very cool. What did you think has been your greatest accomplishment being in that program?
So over the summer, I enlisted in the National Guard, and I'm shipping out after graduation to basic training.
Oh, wow. Do you have a specialty area yet, or does that come later?
Yeah, I have my MOS. Right now it's an automated logistical specialist, which is basically just like keeping records and all the equipment.
Wow. Now, where will you go to basic training? Where's that going to be?
I'm going to Fort Lee, Virginia.
Wow. So it'll be a little warm when you go
Oh,
after graduation.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck with that, and thank you for serving your country and the citizens of the state of Maine like that. That's awesome. So, what do you do when you're not in school?
I'm usually working when I'm not in school.
Excellent.
And at the beginning of the year, and like when it was warmer, I would go hiking a lot with Desi Murphy.
Oh, nice, nice. And well, and I know also I've heard you do some volunteer work when you're not here in school as well. You just recently collected a bunch of boxes of.
We were doing a cereal drive at Shaw's for the JMG program.
And I saw it on the news last night. It sounds like records were smashed, the amount of cereal.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, and it all went to the Augusta Food Bank.
Yep.
And they said it's 6 months worth of cereal for their clients. Unbelievable. Well, and I heard you played a pivotal role in making that happen and collecting the most. Graduating in June, what are your plans after graduation?
So after graduation, on the 22nd, I ship out to basic. And then when I graduate from there, I plan on coming back and going to college. And then becoming a police officer in either the Augusta PD or the Lewiston PD.
Oh, great. I'm so glad to hear that you're coming back, maybe to the area, but at least you're interested in staying in the state. That's awesome. It sounds great. You have a great future ahead of you, and you have it well planned out. Although you're not going to have much of a summer vacation.
No, not really.
I want to read to you what Mr. Kuchar had to say about you and why you were awarded this award. He says, Ms. Perry has established herself as a dedicated, committed, and dependable second-year student who has taken leadership, teamwork, and motivation to a whole new level. Her perfect attendance adds to her pride she displays each and every day in the classroom, as well as her continued interest and commitment to the Augusta Police Department ride-alongs. She is a high honor student. So, high remarks coming from your instructor that you should feel very proud of, especially, he's gotten to know you for the past couple of years and really thinks that you're just a top-notch student. He's glad to have you in class, so yay. I'd like to thank you all for watching this episode of Technically Speaking, and thank you, Annmarie, for joining me and telling our viewers a little bit more about the law enforcement program here at Capital Area Technical Center. And if you like this episode, I hope you'll consider subscribing to our channel so you'll never miss anything going on at Capital Area Technical Center here in Augusta, Maine.